Hello lovelies, welcome to Movie Flicks. Today we are going to have a recap of this amazing movie called The Three Words, produced by Sonia Uche and Uchenna Bonabo, starring Sonia Uche and Maurice Sam. The movie begins with Eric and his guys having a conversation about dealing with a challenging situation in a professional context, likening it to navigating a relationship. There's talk about the ups and downs of relationships and how they parallel the dynamics of business dealings. One person seems to be concerned about the bitterness outweighing the sweetness in their current situation, while another suggests finding balance like in a romantic relationship. Eric is dating Valerie, who happens to be Oscar's sister, but they have been going back and forth. Valerie complains about back pains. Her friend Paula jokingly asked, "Are you sure that your pain is associated with Eric?" Valerie replied, "Eric and I are done for good." Valerie's pains became so intense as she tells Paula to call her brother. The guys were supposed to have a business meeting, but Oscar has to attend to his sister. He finally came and told them about her sister's situation on the way to the meeting. Eric excused them and went to see Val. Eric paid a surprised visit to Val, who was also surprised to see him. After Eric departed, Paula asked Val exactly what is going on with her and Eric. As usual, she denied. Anastasia asks to speak with Eric privately. Caleb and the others speculate about the private conversation, suggesting Eric may be nervous or hesitant. They advise him to take his time and not feel pressured. The guys feel that Caleb is always uncomfortable around Anastasia due to his financial situation, but he expresses his reluctance to accept help and admits to lying about his financial situation. Eric and the others are surprised by this revelation and encourage Caleb to be open about his struggles. Surprise and concern over Caleb's financial difficulties and his relationship with Anastasia. Oscar went to see his sister and asked her if she really loves Eric and wants to go back to him because Cindy, Anastasia's friend, likes Eric. Oscar then informed them about a get-together in Eric's house and he is inviting them to come. Valeria advised Paula to wait till Oscar shows interest in her, cautioning that if she pursues him too eagerly, he might not stay committed. This is because Paula informed Val that she seduced her brother and it didn't sit well with her. He compares Oscar to most guys who may enjoy the moment but won't necessarily commit afterward. Anastasia and co had the party finally. Val went there with her friend Paula, who interrogated her about how she will act if she sees Eric there with a new lady. They went there as the party started. Eric and Val were stealing glances at each other. Then they had a new colleague, Shola, who joined the party and had closeness with Val, but Eric was very envious and left the scene angrily. The next day, Eric visited Oscar in Val's house and claimed he is unable to reach Oscar. After Oscar came, they were all discussing about the party. Val suddenly picked a call from Shola and begun to play lovey-dovey with him as if she has known him for ages. Eric became angry and left the house. Eric and his friends were having a conversation about reassuring a woman of your love by saying the three words, but Eric disagrees, so Oscar was like, "How then do you assure your woman?" Apparently Eric never believes in those words, as he believes people throw it around just like that. So Oscar realized that might be the cause of their back and forth, so he devised means of knowing from the sister by tricking Val to confess, and then he realized that both lovers lacked that aspect in their relationship, hence their several breakups. Cindy packed into Eric's house by force and play madam in the house. Shola visited the guys and he Val. This didn't sit well with Eric, and Eric called Oscar aside and asked him about his comment and how he is pushing Shola for his sister. Eric met Val in a restaurant with Shola and he went to her house to wait for her to advise her on her choice. Oscar devised a plan to get Eric to confess his love to Val, so he plotted and said Val is dying and that she is about to go for a surgery. Eric rushed to Val, cried and confessed his love to Val. Later Val heard of the plot of his brother and was angry. He advised her to also go to Eric and reciprocate the same gestures to him. She should also go and tell him how she also feels. Val went to see Eric and told him how she also loves him. They both confessed their love. Eric proposed and she accepted. They both went to share their joy to their friend and in the end. Thank you for watching, lovelies.